I'd like to start by acknowledging the City Council and Mayor Weber. I'd also like to acknowledge any other current or past elected officials, as well as any tribal leaders that are in attendance tonight. Please stand to be recognized. As someone that's had elected officials in my family, I know the sacrifice that is also made by our elected officials is also a shared sacrifice with their families. So let's give the families a round of applause. Thank you for your... And if anyone knows sacrifice, it's all our mothers. Let's give a special thank you to all our mothers as we wish them a very happy Mother's Day this coming weekend. I have a couple of shout outs that I'd like to make. I'd like to shout out all the City of Santa Fe employees. What you do matters and often makes a lifelong impression on people. Quick story. In the 1980s, when I was a little mocosito, my parents would drop me off at Fort Marcy, where I'd play basketball every day in the summer, hoping to play against the giants like Gordon Benecourt. Well, the manager at Fort Marcy at that time was Silver Ortega, who was always kind. He was always cheerful, and he was always encouraging. It made a long-lasting impression on me. So thank you to Silver, thank you to all our city employees, our firefighters, our police officers, our public safety officials. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to Walter Burr Catering for the delicious food and to Carlos Medina for the awesome music. Finally, if you're visiting Santa Fe, bienvenidos, welcome to Nuestra Querida Santa Fe, the city of Holy Faith, the city different. Now, let's rise for the posting of the colors by our very own City of Santa Fe Fire Department Honor Guard and pipes and drums. Please remain standing for the national anthem led by Sofia Salazar. Sofia?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early lights what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Sophia. That was very beautiful. I would like to welcome Amelia Baltwood, Mayor's Youth Advisory Board member, to lead the Pledge of Allegiance.
Amelia wasn't able to make it today, so I'll be standing in for her. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all.
What's your name? Jack. Thank you, Jack. All right. Thank you, Jack. Way to go. Don't go anywhere. Please welcome Jack Elling, Mayor's Youth Advisory Board member, to lead us to the salute to our New Mexico flag.
I salute the flag of the state of New Mexico, to the Zia symbol of perfect friendship among united cultures.
Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Sophia. It's a distinct honor and privilege to welcome Governor Earl Samuel of Tesuque Pueblo to lead us in a blessing. Governor?
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to say blessing in our language. Rawaramona te itang heri noho. Tōni mui noho. Nei aga pogi ore. Wenui poi nei. Ye mure na moi mi. Ton tiri mui nei ho. Nei ho. Ewe mue mure ngin tu na mua noho. Hei ho. Bai ki tōra mui ngin tu na mua noho. E hui re ka tu mai noho nei ho. Hiwa hori meiri. When the tide hori, mawe hori, tatandi, you hori meiri, e wana eri tai, hambawe tonga, hambawe ami, we hi ami, hori ka poe hawe, de ke mai, yongeri hangiri, o mai, di tatu mare o, you hori meiri, una we pe wana mi to, ne wa hambawe i tu mo ka tu mai ngin tu na we to hori ta hambo na wa, Ambao I ka te mai hori sigi a gin hui rigi tu na mua na ho nei uinge ngi muri amba I got you ran now ho nei pai pe yogi mani pe na so the andi hai mure wa nei ho ni oni o me ngi tu no mo no ho on got you on the no ho nei hiu no so santa pindi ho mu ni on ka ke nei on na bi uinge wa amba I o ne ho na bi e o na di ta mo no ho amba I got you mai no we ai no me wa o nei o ka mai o. I just want to say in our language we're wishing the mayor, city council, other leaders, former leaders, staff, the people of Santa Fe, that they be blessed in whatever they're doing, all the work that goes into it, that they be blessed and they communicate and be transparent, and all the hard work and communications be done with each other and love and care and respect one another. And this is what we pray for, not for only our community, but for all the people around the world. We see all these conflicts that are going around and going on, but hopefully they'll see the light and come together and work things out and take care of their people. And that's why I just wish the mayor well and everyone else in anything you're going to do with the city of Santa Fe, all your projects, that they go smoothly and communicate with the community. I know there's a lot of hard issues that have to be addressed, but working together, you'll solve these problems. May not happen overnight, but eventually it will. Some things take time. But like I said, I wish you well, as always, the ones that are sick, that they recover. And then I want to thank the mayor again for inviting me. And with that, I don't want to know so we know to kana na we to how we to no we don't know tante ki to Santa Pira we know we to and we may but Santa to we to and we may yo. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, Governor Earl Samuel Tusuki Pueblo. Now, on this very same day that a new pope was elected, I would like to welcome Archbishop John Wester to lead us in opening prayer.
Please put a good word in for me with my new boss, if you don't mind. Loving God, Father of us all, as we ask your blessing as we gather here for the State of the City address for our mayor, the Honorable Alan Weber. You, Father of mercy, are the giver of every good gift, and so tonight we not only ask for your blessing, but we also offer thanks for all the graces you've showered on this historic city. Ours is a city where people come together to celebrate their differences and their unity, their challenges and their successes, their appreciation for what has been, and their hope for what will be. As we gather tonight to listen to our mayor deliver his State of the City address, we ask your blessing upon him, his staff, the city councilors, and then all those who in any way place themselves at the service of the common good of Santa Fe. We ask you to support with your grace all those who have been elected to public office or have chosen a life of service to those who call Santa Fe home. We thank you for their dedication, sacrifice, and commitment, which help to promote the well-being of us all. We ask you to grant these public servants loving hearts, clear minds, firm resolve, profound patience, listening ears, unwavering hope, sound judgment, and unfailing kindness. May they never fail to seek your divine wisdom, a wisdom that leads to a deeper understanding not only of the issues, but of those whose lives they seek to protect, serve, and nourish. And loving God, we ask your blessing on all of us gathered here tonight. As your children, each of us bears the responsibility to care for our neighbor, especially those who are on the periphery, those who are down on their luck, and those who need a hand up more than a hand out. Your ways are not our ways. Teach us your ways. Your thoughts are greater than our thoughts. Enlighten our minds. Your understanding surpasses our understanding. Lift us up on high. May your loving providence guide our every action, thought, and desire, so that the city different will continue to stand out as a place where unity is celebrated with diversity, history is a light on the future, tradition is foundation to creativity, and leadership is empowering to all. We make this prayer tonight with confidence in your holy name, with gratitude that knows no bounds. Amen.
Thank you again, Governor Earl Samuel, and thank you, Archbishop John Wester. Please be seated and welcome the city's Poet Laureate, Tommy Archuleta.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, distinguished guests and public servants of our fine city. I have the honor of serving my hometown as Poet Laureate. The Archuletas got here in 1598, and the Ortizes, my maternal side, got here a year later. I'm under strict rules not to use the F word. And there is an F word in this poem. It's Moujon, France. It's okay, okay. Nowhere near Ohio. Out of all the dope dealers' children from next door waiting for the bus, I never worry about the one off alone in the arroyo, serenading the sun. It was late June outside the hillside village of Mouchon, France, when Picasso found truth in the shadow of a bicycle wheel. How dare you serve me wine bitter as green apricots, said the shoeless child before him. At dusk, the two wept openly, quiet as moths, each referring to the other as master. Ayúdame is really all the Spanish one needs, says Father. That is, apart from por favor. Thank you.
Thank you, Tommy. Before we welcome Mayor Weber, we have a short video that we'd like to share with you that gives a sense of place for our beloved city.
The city of Santa Fe has always been a just city, but never just a city. We have carried the hopes and expressed the values of countless people and families across our long and distinguished history. Our stories are rich and diverse, and as we grow and progress, we remember where each of us comes from. We hold fast to all we can do to support and protect each other through challenging times. we will not lose sight of the path that the city needs to be on. The problems we face are neither unique nor simple. We continue to make decisions that reflect our values and to face these nation crises at home. Santa Fe is dedicated to fostering a sustainable and inclusive economy. Our living wage is a sign of our commitment to the economic well-being of everyone in our community. The City of Santa Fe strives to improve and grow where it benefits our community most. Our parks and trails have seen improvements and will continue to be our focus. We have incorporated a fleet of electric vehicles that helps reduce our emissions. Our water conservation efforts are steadfast. We are committed to a sustainable future. This is bolstered by commendable efforts from city departments like Economic Development, Recreation, Arts and Culture, and many more. Santa Fe has always celebrated our diverse culture. This year, we are proud of our 20th anniversary as a UNESCO Creative City. Our community gallery hosts exhibits by local artists and creators representing our rich and diverse cultural landscape. The City of Santa Fe stands proud with our citizens who represent many cultures, abilities, ages, and backgrounds. The world is watching, and we are ready as a city to step up and lead. The City of Santa Fe, our strength and resiliency rest on the foundation of our sense of place and our sense of purpose.
Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Mayor Alan Weber.
Thank you, everybody. I want to thank everyone for coming tonight. I'm very grateful to all of you for taking time out of your busy schedules and lives to join us in this civic celebration. And to those in the back who have come to raise their concerns, I want to thank you as well. We see you and we hear you and appreciate the thoughtful way in which you make your voices heard. So thank you all for coming. Before I turn to my prepared remarks, I do have a few housekeeping things I want to attend to. I want to thank my good and great friend, Esteban Gonzalez. Thank you for serving as our Master of Ceremonies. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for everything you and your family have done and continue to do for our city. We're very grateful to you. To our city clerk, Andrea Salazar, and her whole team. Thank you for organizing this event and bringing us all together. Thank you to Walter Burke Catering and my friend Carlos Medina for food, for the body, and for the spirit in the atrium. To Governor Samuel from the Pueblo of Tesuque and Archbishop Wester, my profound gratitude for being with us tonight and for offering your blessings to tonight's proceedings. To our incredible poet laureate, Tommy Archuleta, many thanks for bringing your creative muse to tonight's gathering. To the men and women who are the leaders of the government of the city of Santa Fe, our city manager, city attorney, department directors, and team members, my greatest appreciation. Please stand up and be recognized for all you do for the city of Santa Fe. Please. I think you all had a chance to pick up or were on your chairs a handout that captures some, but not all, of the many important and beneficial accomplishments from last year. Please take it home with you and sit down at your own kitchen table and read it over. It's more than informative, it's inspiring. And on the subject of inspiration, I'd like to give a lifetime of thanks and love to the First Lady of Santa Fe, Frances DeMose. Now, let me turn to my remarks for tonight. On this occasion of the State of the City, in honor of the city different, I'm doing something different. This evening, I invite you to reflect with me not only on the state of the city, but also on the journey of the city. A journey with two foundational elements, our sense of place and our sense of purpose. At this critical moment, these are the indicators of the state of the city. First, our sense of place. Our sense of place is our public signature. Rooted in our history, we take enormous pride in the form and design, the layout, architecture, and even the symbolism of our city different. The debt we owe begins with our first Puebloan architects. The forms they gave us acknowledge the primacy of nature. Their designs remind us every day of the mandate to live in harmony with forces larger and more powerful than anything made by man. Survival has always required humility. In early times, it meant living and building in ways that could melt back into the earth, ways based on nature and nature's givens, water and wind, wood and soil. It meant respecting sun and shade. It meant observing ceremony around a central open space and passing on learning from generation to generation. These lessons today live in our Santa Fe, centuries and centuries later. They may be layered beneath the years and buried under deposits of technology, pipes, and pavement, but they are here. We feel them. We never want to lose them. The same can be said about the Spanish, who gave us the next archaeological and architectural layer. When they came, they brought with them the laws of the Indies, which laid out 148 regulations for town planning, their requirements for the design and configuration of a settlement. The regulations said, for example, that all the buildings should be of one type to make the town more beautiful. There should be a plaza large enough to accommodate the town's growth. There should always be a place for public recreation and for cattle to pasture. From the plaza, 12 straight streets should extend in a grid with the directions of the streets based on the prevailing winds to protect the plaza. These dual configurations and designs are the foundations of place that are evident every day in Santa Fe. This is their gift to us, our inheritance. And when we think of the legacy with which we have been entrusted, these are the deep and ancient elements that call out to us. Today, to speak of the state of the city is to acknowledge that legacy and the responsibility we bear to history. At the same time, we acknowledge we hold a twofold responsibility to tradition and to change. To keep Santa Fe, and to provide for our future, we need both. What we don't need is change for the sake of change. Or on the other hand, no change for the sake of preservation. Neither provides good guidance on how to address change. Smart change, guided change, those are our guidelines. And that is the work now underway with our update to the general plan. We make the choices, what must stay the same, what may change. The highest need continues to be for housing. Housing of all kinds, from rental apartments to first-time homes. We need to provide both affordable and workforce housing so that anyone who works in Santa Fe can live in Santa Fe. Of course, when we say housing, what we really mean is people. We need a diverse mix of housing to enable a diverse mix of people, because this place lives in the people. Diversity and inclusivity are as much design elements of our city as are the legacies of culture and architecture. To remain diverse and inclusive, we need also to embrace economic change, more jobs and opportunities for our young people so they will choose to work and live here. Careful planning for our water, our energy, our mobility, all will preserve and protect the sense of place that is ours to honor and to enjoy. We need to make some changes to preserve the fundamentals that define our quality of life. Two stand out. First, increase safety and security, and second, improve parks and recreation. Public safety is always the highest priority, and it takes many forms, from hiring, retaining, and promoting first responders to solving the challenges of homelessness and mental and behavioral health. Providing our children and our families with parks and pools, ball fields and soccer pitches fulfills our promise of a family-friendly Santa Fe. These are the basic amenities and facilities that will make life in Santa Fe enjoyable, attractive, and optimistic for decades and decades to come. Now, for most cities, that would be enough. Enough to have and hold, enough to protect and preserve, enough to aim for and aspire to. But we would never set our aspirations so low. We seek more, much more. We always have, and we always will. Santa Fe's sense of purpose. We match our sense of place with our abiding sense of purpose. Our journey is toward justice. It defines our sense of purpose. Like our sense of place, our sense of purpose is born from history. The past is no stranger to us. We can look at it without blinking. Every path to justice originates with injustice. Written into our history is drama and trauma, conquest, revolt, and reconquest. There's plenty of pain. There's racism, inequality, hardship, and suffering. But there's something else, something unlike any other place. Out of the pain has come understanding. From the understanding, there is respect. And from respect, shared values. More is shared than is different, though differences do remain. But the purpose that is shared is too powerful for the differences ever to displace. That purpose is justice. Justice starts with respect. Respect for all. Respect for history, culture, art, faith, and family. Justice is written into our city charter. Our commitment to human and civil rights is explicit and unshakable. The charter says, the human and civil rights of the residents of Santa Fe are inviolate and shall not be diminished or otherwise infringed. To that end, no city ordinance, resolution, or policy shall be enacted or adopted, nor shall any action be condoned which discriminates on the basis of ethnicity, race, age, religion, creed, color, national origin, ancestry, sex, gender, sexual orientation, physical or mental disability, medical condition, or citizenship status. That is the language of our city's constitution as adopted by a vote of the people of Santa Fe. It says who we are and what we stand for. It establishes justice as our founding purpose. Justice is etched deeply into the resolutions and ordinances of past and present governing bodies, in our policies and practices. We were the first city in the nation to adopt a living wage, the second city in the world to achieve a LEED Gold designation, the first city in the nation to interrupt the cycle of poverty by linking a guaranteed income to a community college education. We were an early advocate for the Built for Zero strategy to end chronic, veteran, and childhood homelessness. We joined the National Coalition of Cities to end childhood hunger. Early on, we adopted inclusionary zoning and accessory dwelling units as vital tools to promote affordable housing as a signature of Santa Fe. We pioneered water conservation practices far in advance of other cities, so that as our community grew in people, our water use declined in gallons consumed. And then we took that same approach and applied it to energy and energy use. In the face of a rising national crisis involving gun violence and mass shootings, we posted signs informing everyone that guns are banned from all city facilities where school-related activities take place. We partnered with the Santa Fe Public Schools to provide work-based learning jobs so young Santa Feans could try their hands at careers right here at home. We took that idea of partnering and applied it to our joint effort with Somos un Pueblo Unido, literacy volunteers, the Guadalupe Credit Union, the Chamber of Commerce, the home builders, and others to become a city for citizenship and gateways for growth, supporting our immigrants on their path to citizenship. We extended free Wi-Fi for for low-income residents during COVID, along with direct cash payments, grants to local artists, and food and shelter for the homeless who had no place to shelter in place during COVID. Every department of this city takes to heart this commitment to the cause of justice. When it comes to seniors, we have congregate meals, as many as 250 every day, to provide nourishment for the body and social engagement for the soul. Respite care services, homemaker services, transportation, and durable medical supplies, all of that and more for the simple reason that it is the right thing to do. It is the right way to live. It is the right way to help others live. Our libraries are much more than buildings with books. The buildings, and even more important, the skilled, trained, and empathetic people who work in them, provide family gathering places, learning centers, places to take up your favorite hobby, to play chess, to hear a talk, to give a talk, places to check out a computer, places to celebrate a special month, a special cause, or just to feel welcome and safe. That's serving the cause of justice, too. If that short summary weren't enough, here are some of the programs of purpose undertaken by the Youth and Family Services Division alone. And remember, these are just highlights. Our eviction prevention program to help low and moderate income residents stay safely housed. Our Apprende Early Child Care Development Program to add more qualified early child care providers to our community. Our Escalones program to support home-based child care providers in our community. Our Community Youth Violence Prevention Program to intercept youth crime before it happens. Our Safe Outdoor Space Program, Mobile Hygiene Unit, Park Ranger Program, Non-Congregate Shelter Program, and other action items to address and ultimately eliminate homelessness in Santa Fe. And why do I single out these city programs? In part, because I'm proud of them. We should all be proud of them. But the question I'm asking today is, why do these things matter? Why today do I declare this sense of purpose of paramount significance? For almost 8 years, at every meeting of the governing body, at every solemn occasion where we've come together as a community, including here tonight, we've all stood, and placing our hands on our hearts, we've recited an oath, a civic pledge of allegiance. We all know the words by heart. But do we really hear them as we say them? Our hands are over our hearts, but do we take these words to heart? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Justice for all. Those last three words, justice for all, is that still our North Star? It is in Santa Fe, but what about our one nation under God, indivisible? The record of this White House is written in executive orders, terminating all federal diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility initiatives, ending birthright citizenship, a right that is embedded in the Constitution of the United States, requiring the federal government to recognize only 2 legal sexes, suspending the entry of refugees into the United States, calling for immediate mass deportations of everyone in the United States without legal immigration status, cutting federal funds from so-called sanctuary jurisdictions, prohibiting the use of federal funds to cover abortion and other related health care for women with limited exceptions, an executive order removing the United States from the Paris Climate Accord. That was all only in the month of January. The first 100 days of this administration is nothing less than an assault on justice, an attack on civil and human rights, and a repudiation of this country's core values and traditions, and our founding purpose as a nation. In Santa Fe, we have been steadfast in our commitment to and our pursuit of justice for all. While the White House was issuing executive orders designed to roll back the cause of justice, we have adopted spending priorities and policy initiatives reaffirming our core values and our overarching sense of purpose. We reappointed the city's immigration committee, and in so doing, reasserted our stance, first articulated in our city charter, to be a welcoming city without regard to national origin or immigration status. We continued our search for and employment of a director for our Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. We will soon begin the work to design an anti-displacement strategy for the Hopewell Man neighborhood, the first neighborhood stabilization plan in our city's history, and a commitment to justice on behalf of one of the oldest and most vulnerable parts of our community. We have already taken more than $14 million in unanticipated revenue and put that money to work to help the people in Santa Fe who need the most help through support for our safety initiatives, social policies, recreational activities, and efforts to address homelessness. And when this White House threatened to shut off aid to sanctuary cities, along with 15 other cities, we sued and we won. But to put our commitments in stark contrast to the harsh edicts of the White House is not simply to point out a difference in policy. What matters is the difference in purpose. Simply put, we cherish the unity in community. We are the us in justice. Our North Star continues to shine brightly. Our values are intact. Our course is clear, our direction is unchanged, and our purpose is resolute. What is the state of our city? This is my answer. Santa Fe rests on two foundational principles: our sense of place and our sense of purpose. Both are strong, enduring, and unshakable. They are rooted like a tree. They are grounded in our history, our culture, and our values. As long as we adhere to them, we cannot falter or fail. Santa Fe continues its historic journey unique in all the world. We know who we are. We know what we stand for. We know what we will not stand for, and we know who we stand with. With those answers firmly in place and our faith fixed in each other and in our shared and enduring purpose, the state of Santa Fe will always be true, faithful, and constant. That's our Pledge of Allegiance, an oath on which we stand. Thank you. God bless Santa Fe, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate that. Thank you to all our city councilors that are here. Thank you, everyone, for attending. Let's give it up for the men and women in uniform here. One more time. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. We're going to end the night with some tea and coffee from Walter Burke, desserts from Cheney Santa Fe Bizcochito Company, and music by Soulfire. So please head out to the courtyard. Thank you so much.